What's up YouTube, Galladite 74 here, bringing you the second mega of this week. This is going up very late, so I apologize. I was rendering the week 2 battle, which is going up very soon. Well, battle 2, because there's 2 battles this week. But anyway, this is going to be the second mega. It's back-to-back, first time ever. But this, however, will take up for the rest of the week. So the next mega will be next Friday or Saturday, if things go correct. But yeah, back-to-back megas, so yeah, this week's mega is another one, X and Y. It came in X and Y. It is going to be Mega Abomasnow. Now, Ice type is my favorite typing, so I'm kind of happy to do this since there's only 2 Ice type megas. I'm going for Mega Abomasnow today. Mega Abomasnow is a very cool design. I really like it. It was kind of shocking to see that that's one of the Sinnoh ones it got. Sinnoh also being my favorite region, so I was quite happy with Mega Abomasnow. But enough about that. Oh yeah, and it's really cool in the anime. I liked when Wolf used it. But we're gonna get right into its typing. Abomasnow's got an absolutely terrible typing. Abomasnow is a grass and ice typing. Ice typing isn't the best typing, and even though I love it, it's my favorite, it's not the best typing, I can admit. And mixed with grass, which is also a bad typing. Really bad. 4 times weak to fire, so if this thing is hit with like an ember, it is dead. It's also weak to fighting, flying, poison, rock, bug, and steel, which is very unfortunate. It does, however, have good resistance, being ground, water, grass, and electric. They're all fairly common, so I guess it can soak up some hits, because its bulk isn't too bad, but it's weak to a lot of types. Some of them, like fire, flying, and fighting, are very common. Rock, soft rock, and steel types are coming up now because of fairies, so Abomasnow's not really having the best time with typing-wise, which kind of sucks about it. I can see why, though. But we're going to go on to its base stats now. Regular Abomasnow's base stats are very average. It's not too good. It's 90 HP. Its attack and special attack both are 92, so it can be either or. Can kind of confuse your opponent a little bit, but with that 60 speed, you're not really getting too far really fast. It can be used as a wall breaker, choice band, or choice specs, honestly, to break down walls, but it's definitely not a sweeper in general. That speed ain't gonna get you anywhere, like I said. 85 special defense and 75 defense isn't bad, but with all that weaknesses, it's basically bad. If you take, and you can probably take a neutral hit or a resisted hit, but besides that, super effective hits. Once again, not really taking it too well. However, when it mega evolves, its stats are actually pretty good. I'd say it loses 30 in the speed, which makes it really slow. However, it gains 40 in both attack and special attack, so it still gives you that option if you want to be attacker or a special attacker, which is really good. And you get 30 in defense and 20 in special defense, making Abomasnow's defenses both 105, which is nice. It needs to be under Trick Room, as I'm going to get into more in a little bit, because this thing is slow as heck, and like I said, fire type moves will still one-hit KO this thing. Super effective moves might not now, since it's got that extra bulk, but there is a really strong hit. Will probably a Specs Flash Cannon from like a Magnezone will still knock out a Abomasnow pretty quickly. But like, if besides fire, it might be able to take a move now. 105 defense is definitely not that bad. Okay, so it is Mega Abomasnow. It is its item is the Abomasnow. That's his Mega Stone. His ability is Snow Warning, which is really good. Well, at least I think it's really good. It makes sure, because my moveset is Blizzard, Wood Hammer, Ice Shard, and Earthquake. Blizzard is never going to miss with that Snow Warning in effect, and Ice Shard is for some priority. Wood Hammer, Stab, and Earthquake for good coverage. Fire types for the off chance. You need to set up Trick Room, because Trick Room makes this thing actually a really fast sweeper. That's the main point of Trick Room, to get the slower Pokemon a chance to really shine. So it goes first, and with that bulk it can probably take a hit unless it's fire, of course. So I can Blizzard, Wood Hammer, Earthquake. I have 252 special attack EVs, and I split the defenses so I can take, besides fire, like I've said a billion times, the super effective hits. I put 56 in attack with a Brave Nature, so I'm trying to make things as even as I possibly can with those 4 great stats it has. So Blizzard's going to do a load of damage, Ice Shard's going to do a lot, and Wood Hammer as well. So everything's going to hit pretty hard, to be honest, unless you're like a Charizard or something. No, Blizzard still do a lot. What was the Pokemon I was thinking of? It was Skarmory. Skarmory does great against this thing. But and the moves it gets are like Leech Seed, Giga Drain. It's not really a Stallymon, even though it's got great defenses, weaknesses. But if you want to, Leech Seed, it gets Swords Dance, which you can use to your advantage if you want to be just a physical attacker. Swords Dance, Ice Punch, Wood Hammer, Outrage it gets as well, so that's another option. It gets other moves too, not just one on the screen, but and once you have that snow up, you can roleplay the other ability if you really want to. But yeah, this is basically just needs to get under Trick Room. If it's not, it's basically a wasteful mega. That's the word I was looking for, wasteful. I will be honest about that. But it is the Frost Tree Pokemon. It was introduced in 4th generation Sinnoh, my favorite generation. It is the only grass and ice type, which is, I guess, unique, I guess. Its other abilities are soundproof. Yeah, regular Abomasnow does not change its ability, so maybe you can get the Snow Warning off, switch out, let your teammate use it, and by the time it runs out, you can come back in, Mega Evolve, and then your Snow Warning is back. So that's pretty good, I guess. Soundproof is another ability if you want to catch your opponent off guard. They're going to be like, what ability do you have? Because I actually didn't know it got soundproof for a long time. It's the first Pokemon in alphabetical order, type A, in like a Pokemon Wikipedia or something like that. Abomasnow is your first appearance. And it has the most weaknesses for a Mega. If I haven't already brought that up a billion times about fire and everything, yeah, Mega Abomasnow has the most weaknesses for any Mega Pokemon, if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure that's a correct statement. That's safe to say that. I know regular Pokemon have just amount of weaknesses, but this is just Mega Pokemon I'm talking about. So yeah, we're going to get into these battles now. I have 2 battles. This actually turned out really good. Mega Abomasnow actually wasn't too hard to use once I got into the Trick Room, like I said. But I had Bronzong. Bronzong was my Trick Roomer. They're going to send out Greninja. Greninja can't really touch Bronzong, I believe. Actually, well, Dark Pulse, duh, since of Steel. Okay, anyway, Greninja is really fast, so I need to get the Trick Room off. I had a Focus Sash just in case I went down or anything, so I got the Trick Room off, which is really good. And now they can just, I'm hoping they kind of just kill me now. I actually go for the Gyro Ball here, since I'm faster, but it does the same amount of damage if you're slow. It still calculates if you're slower, besides Trick Room. So Greninja somehow barely lives it, and I go down to Dark Pulse, which is quite fine, because this gives me a perfect opportunity to send in Abomasnow. So I'm going to send in Abomasnow. I could just go for Ice Shard here, but I know I'm faster, and I know this thing's not going to have Water Shuriken, and if it does, it's not going to do any damage anyway. So they switch out there, and they're going to go into Aerodactyl, which is quite fine with me. Aerodactyl is another really fast Pokemon, so they're going for speed, and that's going to hurt them in the long run. So I'm going to have Mega Evolve. The Snow Warning doesn't really matter since I just got it off with my non-Mega state. But I actually get like I said, I'm going for the Blizzard here to get the most damage off, and I actually one-shot Aerodactyl, which is really nice. So Aerodactyl goes down. As of that time, I didn't know what the other Pokemon was, which was Kangaskhan. Mega Kangaskhan, of course, why wouldn't it be? This thing actually has priority, so I don't want this thing fake out sucker punching my Abomasnow. I know I could probably take it, so I didn't make a big deal about switching, but Jellicent really walls this thing, and I think burning this thing would really help. Jellicent was there for fire types mainly. I didn't really come across too many, surprisingly, but that's what it was for. So each Pokemon are going to be taking a little bit of hail damage, and I'm going to get the burn off on this Kangaskhan, which is really helpful. Cripples this thing completely. That's the great thing about Abomasnow. If you burn it, you can, unless you're an all-physical attacker, you can be a special attacker too. You never really know. But anyway, they're going to go for the Crunch, which still does a load of damage. I actually have the Rocky Helmet. It's a fun item to have. I really like using it. And since it's burned, it's not going to be doing nearly as much, which is really good. I get buffeted by the Hell, and they get a little more hail damage, and plus they're going to be getting hit by the burn damage too. So it's starting to stack up on them a little bit. And the Twisted Dimensions return to normal, however, this turn. So they're going to be faster and crunch and take me out. But with all this Rocky Helmet, and I get Curse Body too, which is, I guess, alright. Curse Body is definitely the best ability for Jellicent. But yeah, they take me down, but with the Rocky Helmet, plus the Hail, plus the Burn, they're going to be in range for an Ice Shard, which is really good. So, I'm starting to realize that Abomasnow is actually my last Pokemon. I forgot at that moment. So I sent it in here. It sucks because this was a last turn of snow, so I actually didn't get the snow back up. So Ice Shard, I'm going to use in Kangaskhan, knocks it out. So it's down to Abomasnow and Greninja. I'm sorry, I keep saying so a lot. It's just how I am. And they sent a Greninja. I know Greninja can't touch this thing. I also had HP Fire. That'd be the weirdest thing ever. So I decided to be a little smart here. They just go for extra sensor. I could have went for Ice Shard and just knocked it out, but I wanted to play a little fun here. I used Giga Drain, and I knocked out the Greninja, and that was the game here. That's a great example of how Mega Abomasnow works. If you get under Trick Room, It's an amazing Pokemon. Besides fire types, there's no fire types in this, so it worked out pretty well. I'm getting to the second battle. This battle was a little more haxy, as you'll see in a little bit. But yeah, alright, so their first Pokemon is a Scizor, which was probably the most troublematic in the entire game. So I decided that they decided to switch out on the first turn. They probably couldn't touch me with anything. So they actually go out into their Altaria here. I actually switched out too because I didn't want this thing setting up Swords Dances. Because another big weakness about Abomasnow is priority. Because Trick Room, it reverses the speed, but priority is a different bracket, so it doesn't matter. Bullet Punch is super effective, and it was Scizor uses Bullet Punch the most, so that would hurt. Luckily, it was Mega Altaria, not Mega Scizor, so the damage wasn't going to be as much. It's a special set, which I didn't discover until now, because I actually went to burn this thing, because I didn't want it hitting me with any physical moves or setting up like Dragon Dances. But since it's a special set, it's just a little chip damage now. So they decided to switch out, which I wasn't actually expecting. I thought this thing was going to go for like Dragon Pulse, so I could recover away, which is what I did. I did use recover this turn. They go out into Rayquaza, of course, Uber, why not? But anyway, so I'm at full health here. This Rayquaza has Dragon Ascent, so I'm saying that it could. He has 3 Mega options on this team. But Dragon Ascent actually knocks out Jellicent in one hit, which really shocked me. I actually wasn't prepared for that. Grant, I don't have defensive investment in this since I have Will-O-Wisp, but I decided that would be good enough. So I guess I shouldn't be too shocked. So they take Rocky Helmet damage and Life Orb damage too. So this is a good time to send in Bronzong. I know Rayquaza can hit Bronzong with anything. So this would be a perfect time to get a Trick Room off. They decide to switch out because they can't do anything. They go back into Altaria, which kind of shocked me because Steel types is super effective on Altaria. And since Bronzong's slow as heck, Gyro Ball is going to be doing a lot of damage to it. So I decided, obviously, here to go for the Gyro Ball, hoping to do a load of damage, and it actually doesn't do too much. I was really in shock. Then this thing pulls out the Fire Blast on me, which was kind of funny. I wasn't expecting it. It does a little bit over half. I was planning on switching into Abomasnow, but I didn't want to switch Abomasnow into a Fire Blast. Obviously, that wouldn't end well. So I just go for the Gyro Ball here, hoping to take it out, and it just barely misses the kill. And this thing actually gets off a roost, so it was kind of starting to turn into a Stalwart a little bit. They stalled out my Trick Room, which really isn't good. Scizor really does wall Abomasnow. I know it can take care of the Rayquaza quite fine, and same with the Altaria here, just the Scizor I'm really worried about. So I'm just Gyro Balling away here, hoping eventually they can just go for a Fire Blast and kill me already. So yeah, they Fire Blast this turn and hit. So down goes Bronzong. I'm down to my last Mon. It sucks they stalled out that Trick Room really well. But since they're actually burned, that burned actually took it out itself. So Altaria is down, they have Rayquaza and Scizor left, while I only have Abomasnow and 1 turn of Trick Room. So it's not really useful Abomasnow now. They actually send out Rayquaza here, not sure why. I get my Snow Warning off, so Blizzard's not going to miss. So obviously they have Airlock too, which of course. So obviously I'm going to Mega Evolve. What's the point of not Mega Evolving? It only gets better. So this is my last turn. I might as well use my Blizzard now. So I decided to go for Blizzard and just knock out this Rayquaza here. So that's the threat out of the way. It could have like Overheat or something like that. I know sometimes Rayquazas hold that. Not all the time. So their last Pokemon is a Scizor as the Twisted Dimensions return to normal. This is a big problem because I don't have anything to hit this thing with. So this thing did end up having Swords Dance, which I'm really frustrated about. I decided to go for Blizzard just because I knew this game was over basically. Just to get some damage off. I didn't know it would do more Blizzard or Earthquake. I get free attacks. Yes, I get free attacks. The game is turning around. They get hit by hail, and they fall out. So yeah, they fell out and Bullet Punch. They have a +2 Bullet Punch. It's gonna knock Abomasnow out. But yeah, that was a good battle. Without Trick Room, Abomasnow is alright. Not as good, but Trick Room makes it good.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, leave a like, follow me on Twitter, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. You won't regret it.